Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I'm doing some ATCs. This is for the Facebook group Art Joy of Sharing and their challenge for June, which is ATC a day. This is 3 of the days, and I couldn't tell you which ones in the past. The month is almost over, so I'm getting close to being done. This is my favorite challenge to do. And sometimes I just throw stuff together and don't know what I'm going to end up with. This year I've been watching Robin McClendon, if you know who she is. She's been doing a altered book where it's kind of mail art themed. So that kind of inspired me. Not necessarily to do it in her style, but I have homemade postage stamps that I've made. I also have copies of some vintage stamps that my mother had collected. So I figured on each of these pieces I would put a stamp and a label or something just to make it look like it might have gone through the mail. So that's my theme for the whole month. And I've really had fun making them. Some of them, they have no rhyme or reason. And actually, there's another Facebook group called My Creative Year, if you're familiar with that one. They have daily drawing prompts. And so I decided to take the drawing prompts from My Creative Year and use them as my inspiration for my cards. So the one here, if you're familiar with that group, if you look up house or home, I can't remember if it was home or house, probably house, you'll know what day this one's for. They don't all match up because some of them I just either didn't want to do or couldn't figure out how to do and add that postage on there. So I am obviously constructing a house out of some scrap paper I have and going with that. And just doing collage. This year it's mostly collage. I don't think I really paint or draw anything. I think I just found bits and pieces in my stash of scraps. And I decided this needed an outline because it would look so much better, stand out a little bit more. And I do put, 2 windows and a door, and sorry it got blurry. I decided my little house needed shading, but I'd already glued it on. So this is me shading around the house. And I think it worked okay. Even though I have one of those big square blendy tools. I don't have the round ones because I already have 2 square ones that I got on clearance, and I'm just going to use them until I can't find any replacement pads for them. But I do go in and I put the doors and the windows, and then I put a big stamp over it. So it was almost like, why'd you put all that on there? Just to cover some of it up. But it was fun anyway. Remember making little houses as a kid? It's really fun to make houses out of scraps. And houses, I've done them out of jelly prints. Love that one. If I remember, I will link it below or put it in an iCard. I do like a strip of houses out of some jelly prints for my little book that I made a long time ago. I made a little children's book. And these are some really, really prehistoric, I call them prehistoric stickers, because they hardly even stuck on the backing that they were stored on. But I decided I'd gone through all my stuff and tried to consolidate all my stickers and my mother's old stickers and got them all in a binder. So now I know where all my stickers are. I probably have some random ones stashed somewhere because I think I have some cats somewhere that are stickers, and I don't know where they are yet. But I have a full binder full of stickers. It's great. If you're interested in seeing that and how I made it, it was inspired by another YouTube artist, of course. Just let me know and I'll share that. So now I'm looking through my stamp collection just to see if I want to do something smaller, because that one's covering up the entire door. I didn't like that smaller one, and I didn't like the two. So I decide I'll put this little dry goods label on here, just to create a little extra layer, and then we'll just stick that on top. And using 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac. It's the same stuff practically, I think. 3-in-1 is a little cheaper. Crazy, I know. And then this is some Tim Holtz rub-ons. And I figured I would just add a few words to the top of this one. So how has everybody been in your area of the world? How's the lockdown going, or not going? Like, I know a lot of people are now out of lockdown in lots of the part of the United States. I live in Utah, and we're actually spiking right now. We never really did go into like total lockdown. We refrained. I mean, we really did. I mean, a lot less people on the roads and stuff, and nobody in the stores. But now we're spiking a little bit. Not quite sure why. I know a lot more people have gone back to work. I'm still working from home, which has been really nice. Though my company is struggling a little bit. Hopefully everything will be okay. Alright, and oh, I can't even read that. Sorry, maybe we'll be able to read that in the photo. I forgot that I wrote on the side of that, and oh, maybe it's all roads lead home or something? Seems like something I would put on there. Alright, and I'm just... Oh, here we go. Day 9. This was clear back on day 9. All roads lead home. Yep, see? I remembered. So this one must be day 10, because I only recorded a few of them. I didn't do them all, record all of them. I just didn't think they'd be that interesting, and it takes a lot of work to record and edit and voiceover and upload and stuff, so I figured I'd just limit it to a few, and they're all going to be on this one video. Oh, I do, while we're watching that is just plain paper, by the way. You can do the decal edge and the water cutting with regular paper, as long as you get it wet enough. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, if you have watched my videos in the past, last year I made an ATC keeper, and I have a tutorial on my website for that, on my YouTube channel for that. But I wanted to do something a little different for this one, because it's like all postage, and so and I've been kind of into little accordion books, and I have several of those that I have flip throughs and stuff on my YouTube channel, if you're interested. So I decided I wanted to do like an accordion book, mail art book, and it's not done yet, so it might not be uploaded in June, but I will do a flip through of my ATC cards and the accordion book that I'm going to store them in. And I've also got footage of how I make the accordion book, if you're interested. And I went on a trip to Europe a long time ago, and my great aunt, even further back, went on a trip back when you would go by boat and spend months there. And I have some of her correspondence, so I'm gonna see if I can find her correspondence and compare it to my journal that I didn't do a very good job of keeping. But I know there were some places that we went that were the same exact place. Like in, I think it's in Lucerne, she collected spoons, and I used to collect spoons. I have so many now, I don't collect them anymore. But I have the exact same spoon from the exact same store, like, I want to say at least 50 years later. Hers was a nice, cute silver spoon, and mine's that pressed fake silver stuff. But it's the same store, and it was the same free spoon. She probably got it free too. I don't know. It was like on the tour, we were on a tour, and they gave us like this little packet, and if we went in the store and asked for it, we could get it. So I thought that was pretty funny that we got the same thing from the same store. So I know we went to some of the same places. So my plan is to find that, and I might just copy some of her letters and collage it into that little accordion book just to make it a little bit more interesting. Anyway, so you can look forward to that. It will eventually show up on my YouTube channel. So if you're not a subscriber and you're interested, you might want to hit subscribe and hit that bell and make sure it shows that it's going to remind you for every video. Yeah, gotta give myself a plug, right? Okay, so the theme for day 10, this card I'm working on here, was horses for my creative year. And of course those are drawing prompts, but I'm not into drawing every day. I know it's a good skill to have, and I know it does help you with your art if you draw every single day. But I'd much rather collage a horse than to draw a horse. Just saying. Alright, so now I'm going to put a stamp, and this one is a vintage stamp that I'm going to put on here. One from my mother's collection of stamps. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of backing, and this is just old dictionary paper that I'm putting on here just to give it some background. And yeah, I cover up most of what I did. We will let the horses show up. How's that? So here I'm just kind of distressing the edge, since I took those stamps and photocopied them because I didn't want to use them. I want to be able to reuse them. So I photocopied them so they have smooth edges. They don't have the perforated edges. So I figured if I kind of roughed them up with my scissors and then inked around them, they might look more like realistic. Even though it is a real stamp, it's a real copy of the stamp. Does that make sense? Anyway. Just inking up the background. I just think it helps it stand out more. That Yoo-Hoo glue is soft and I push way too hard. I'm always getting way too much on. Yeah, and I have this postage stamp. It's like a running stamp. If I had the roller that it goes on, you could just run across something with it and just make a big long line of postage marks. But it's it works. Just have to line it up the way you want it so you're not putting multiples on there. Alright, so there is my horse. And the last one that I'm going to do today is what day am I on? Number 11. This one might have been off topic. I can't remember what the prompt was for day 11, but I don't think it was butterfly. I don't think it was flowers. So, yeah, I think I just wanted to use one of the backgrounds that I had made when I was making the background for the horses one. And I wanted to use some of my ancient stickers. And sorry, that clipped really fast. I think the battery on my camera died. So it's all dry, and now I'm just putting my homemade stamp on there with one of those labels. And this last card was super quick. I think I felt it was too easy, so I pull out a piece of lace and try to figure out how to get this lace to go on there and look nice. But it felt just a little too big everywhere. So I actually cut just a little thin strip of it. Here's where I decide I'm going to cut a thin strip and just cut the little edge and just glue that little edge down just like that. I don't know, just because I wanted to. Oh, and because I just got my first bottle of, what's that called, glitter glue, and oh man, I wanted to try it out. I love the fine tip on that glitter glue bottle. I had to join the club and get myself a bottle of that. Alright, I think I just ink up the edges. Don't recall if I add a word or not, or if I just leave it like it is. Yeah, see, that's me thinking. Aha! Here come the rub-ons. Don't remember what I picked. Oh, Dreamer of Dreams. I think that works with that page, that little ATC. Loving the color combination. So much fun when random stuff that you have lying around works together, don't you think? Oh, it was heather. Oh, the heather and the hills. The flower, the heather. Got it. Okay. Well, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.